drafted in 1953, or first year of 1953 to 54. I spent 2 years active duty and 8 years inactive duty in the deal before I got my discharge. They sent me to Fort Leonard Wood to be an engineer on the deal. We built bridges, mines, different and explosive, and then first aid on the deal. That's what I was in the 76 Medical Battalion. But then as soon as I got through my basics, I was on my way to Korea. And it was just me and another guy that went from Fort Leonard Wood that I knew that was on the way to Korea. But we stopped in Japan for a week, and then we went on there. So there's guns and new clothes and all that stuff. And we knew where we was going to start with, but then I stopped on Old Baldy, just two of us on that deal about midnight one night. And I could hear the racket in the distance on the deal, and I know it was getting close. But I was on Old Baldy. I spent all my time on Old Baldy until the Chinese sent up me and men over to wipe us out. Well, they run us off the hills, but I was lucky. The Lord was with me, and I didn't get hurt. And then whenever in Old Baldy, when I got to Old Baldy, well, after they had ceasefire and everything, well, then I run into my first encounter face-to-face with 3 North Korean soldiers, and they all had automatic carbines, and all I had was a .45. And someone asked me, said, "Well, what happened?" I said, "Well, I'm talking to you," and the Lord was with me again. He looked out, and they was the guys that paid the price. And I want to thank I'm half Osage and a half Cherokee Indians, and I want to thank my Cherokee Indian brothers for stepping up in times they need to defend the country that they so dearly loved on the deal. And I'm proud of them. And I got to go to, when we went to Washington, D.C. last year, to the Arlington National Cemetery. There's one verse that stuck in my mind that I seen a sign there in the Korean deal. And it said, they fought together as brothers in arms. And then they died side by side. And now they lay side by side buried on the deal. And to them guys, they paid the price. They paid the price for the rest of us. My grandpa had always told me, he said, "Son, you get your job, you do your best." He said, "If you go to work for a nickel, give them $1 worth of work on the deal. You stay busy on the deal." But I give them my best on the deal and went on. And then I'm proud that they drafted me, and I'm proud that I went. And, that I just think every day that the good Lord was with me. He walked with me, he talked with me, and everything at night whenever I went in there on the deal. Yeah, I would go back in a minute to defend the United States. If I was born here, I'm a native here, and this is the country that I love on the deal. And I'd go back in a minute. And I'm proud for all the other men that went and paid the price to keep me free and to let me come back to Oklahoma.